Either or really helps the show. So let's go right ahead and get down into this first segment, excuse me. So as I've reported before, and I'm sure most of the sports world already knows, Bill Belichick, it's been said that he is going to take the job as University of North Carolina's head coach, and starting his career as a college coach in the NCAA, right? Like this has been known. This was a thing that was revealed to us about a month ago. But despite this news breaking out a month ago, apparently there are now reports going around saying that Bill Belichick hasn't officially signed a deal with UNC yet. So, despite talking about it and despite that decision already being made, he still hasn't written it down on paper. And this could be a really big problem going into the future, both for UNC fans and as well as NFL fans, because now we have no idea whether or not Bill Belichick was actually serious about this move to North Carolina. And there was this wouldn't have been like the first time that he's done this before, because there were talks about him being interested in the Jets. He held out for a little bit and then ultimately decided that he wasn't going to join them. So it's not like Bill Belichick is immune to changing his decisions. And I mean, for the biggest problem that I have with this is that now the door is wide open for Bill Belichick to accept any job from either an NFL organization or an NCAA program. Either one of those he's open to. And the first thing that immediately comes to mind is the possibility that Bill Belichick could end up being the coach for the Raiders. Like, this completely changes the outlook on which teams are looking for who and where the most likely candidates for NFL coaching positions are going to be, now that Bill Belichick is apparently open because he has not signed anything yet. Like now there are talks that Bill Belichick could end up being the head coach for the Raiders, and Deion Sanders is going to be the head coach for the Dallas Cowboys. And it's been said that Deion will accept the offer if the Dallas Cowboys present it to him, but I think it's better for Deion to stay on Colorado. Again, I just think that's just my opinion. I think he's already established a good culture there, and he should stay there a little bit longer. But, being in the NFL, that just means way more money for you. Excuse me. Now, this report comes from Yahoo Sports. I feel like I should be the one mentioning this. Sources told CBS Sports and UNC confirmed this week that there is no fully executed and signed contract between Bill Belichick and UNC, and industry sources say that could lead to a legal gray area about how much, if any, of a buyout there would be if Belichick left to go back to coaching professional NFL teams. So Belichick, this offer is like completely off the table. And what makes this even more weird is how Bill Belichick is already doing the usual recruiting steps, trying to get competent athletes to join the program. And it's weird how it's like he's making all of these moves, but he still hasn't officially signed a paper saying that he was going to be the coach of this team. And that's the biggest problem. And really, it's like, what happens if Bill Belichick ultimately decides to coach an NFL team and leave UNC in the dust? Like, what happens there? It's not like it's a breach of contract because they haven't signed anything yet. So theoretically, he could end up taking the job as the Raiders head coach, because I know Tom Brady offered that to him, which is another thing that really bugs me, because this makes that offer as legitimate of an offer as it can be. It completely changes everything. Like, when I heard that report, I was thinking, okay, well, that's not really going to do much, because I'm sure Belichick has already signed a contract, and he's not going to go ahead and be the head coach for the Raiders. But now that now that this has leaked out saying that he hasn't signed anything, that really makes it a legitimate possibility. Now, apparently there are several University of North Carolina fans and some friends of mine who aren't really worried about these reports saying that since Bill Belichick is out there recruiting, he wouldn't be wasting his time if he wouldn't be talking to these young players already if he didn't have any intention of coaching them in the future or influencing them in their decisions on where to transfer to if he's looking for athletes in the transfer portal. Belichick has apparently a $10 million buyout at North Carolina, but if he holds out, that buyout ends up dropping to $1 million in this summer. As the report notes, the lack of a signed deal could lead to an NFL team to believe that Belichick would have little to no buyout at North Carolina at the moment if the deal isn't signed. But there's no indication that Belichick is interested in the NFL at this point, which is what North Carolina has going for them. He hasn't been officially interviewed by anyone this hiring cycle, and the longer he goes without an interview, the less and less likely it becomes that he'll be approached by an NFL team. Plus, the Michael Lombardi ended up tweeting something out saying Bill is recruiting in DC today and Baltimore tomorrow. His focus is on North Carolina football, hiring staff members, and developing the team. The NFL isn't an option, so please stop making it one. Thank you. That was what Michael Lombardi went ahead and tweeted out. So, obviously, he's just trying to confirm that Bill Belichick's focus is with the team and not with anyone else. In his introductory news conference, Belichick said he didn't come to North Carolina to leave, and as he continues to build his staff, it's pretty clear that the coach is sticking to those words for the time being. But again, would not be surprised if he ends up leaving the team. It would be really mean, obviously, and very self-centered if that's what he ends up doing. But again, the reports are saying that the people close to him are saying that just because he hasn't signed it doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to leave. So I guess until they start to panic, then there's no need for anyone else that's a fan of the University of North Carolina to start panicking, because it doesn't seem like this is going to be the end of the world. But that's all that I have in this first segment. So now we're going into the second segment where I talk about the NFL players who are most likely going to win awards this season, Offensive Player of the Year, MVP, things like that. So we're going to talk about that right after this short break, so be sure to stay tuned if you guys are interested.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown. Get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits, some losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip, you choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world